What was your most badass moment in high school? Let me start by saying I didn't actually have to do anything, but I did end up with a badass reputation for a few weeks as a result of being in the right place at the right time. I was a geeky awkward kid at my all-boys high school. My school hierarchy was centered around sports and I had zero sporting ability, so I was pretty far down the pecking order. I had taken Spanish for several years and as a junior I was in the highest level of Spanish. As part of the class we performed a play fully in Spanish. Since we had no girls at the school, we had borrowed some girls from a local all-girls school for the female parts. In the macho culture of our school, none of the guys would ever think about playing a female character. It was a Garcia Lorca play, La Casa de Bernardo Alba, and I played the buffoonish sacristan. The girl who was playing my wife was a bit of a bad girl type. It seemed pretty clear that she did not really want to participate in the play, but she was being forced. Regardless, she made it to most of the rehearsals and seemed to be playing along fine. Until the day of the performance. We were performing the full play at a school assembly in front of all 1,200 boys. And she no-showed. Her classmates didn't know where she was, and this was pre-cell phone, so we had no way of figuring out whether she was coming or not. At the last minute we had to find a sub, and they found the most amazing sub in the world. The school's mid-20s, gorgeous Spanish teacher. She was a blonde blue-eyed girl next door type, the epitome of femininity in a large school that was constantly teeming with testosterone. And this was a school where almost all of the faculty was male, so everyone knew who she was and longed after her. Now as the play started I knew something that nobody in the audience knew. There was a scene in the play where my wife kissed me. It was just a peck, but still, in that sexually charged environment it might as well have been a full make-out session. I couldn't imagine her actually kissing me, but then we came to that point in the play. And she did it. I got a quick hug and a peck on the cheek, and the guys in the audience exploded with cheering. One of the geekiest guys in the school had gone where no one else could have ever imagined going. I got constant pats on the back and attaboys for weeks after that, even from guys who would have never talked to me before. Alas, my status faded after a few weeks, but I'll always have the memory. As a coda to the story, I still have my high school yearbook, and the wonderful Miss G signed it muy buena suerte, Martín, mi favorito actor español. Mr. Deku. 6th period Earth Science. This guy is a new teacher, he's 26, thinking he can control a class of people 9 years younger than him. I decided to smack him with reality. Hard. He thought it was okay to mark me down on my notebook because he didn't like my attitude. This isn't actually okay. He kept figuring out little excuses to lower my grade here and there. One time, I laughed at a joke he made and he marked me down 10 because I was being a distraction. Wow. It was a pity laugh, FYI. Anyways. I did some research on this guy. Come to find out, I could really have a lot of dirt on him. I decided to civilly attack him with the info. Once I'd completely educated myself on the man, I had some ammo. The next time he told me that he was gonna send me up to the office for something, I said, "Well, I'm gonna get you sent up to the office for being an uncredentialed, emergency substitute English teacher that's teaching our earth science class full time. Not to mention your Facebook account that's open to the public, because thanks to that, we all know how much you love to grab the boobs of the Hooters staff members while chugging Jack from the bottle. It's funny that you put up a cute little picture of your mama to top it off. Don't be telling me what my grade will be in a class you aren't even supposed to be teaching. Pull your head out of your ass and be a teacher, not a dictator." He was bright red and fuming. The whole class was in shock and a couple even giggled. Most were too shocked that the quiet, obedient girl said something. He smiled and politely asked me to have a seat. I left the class with a 109%. So I snuck into my principal's house while he was there. I'll call him Q. So one day I had this great idea, why don't I sneak into this dude's house and scare the crap out of him? I'll start from the beginning. It wasn't Q's regular house. Q has a vacation home in another city. I just so happened to be in the same city visiting my family. So one day I watched Q open the garage door. It used a keypad for a code. I figured out the code for the garage from Q opening it. I came into the house at night and I waited, so at 3 in the morning he got up and went to the bathroom. I heard Q's footsteps and I got up from where I was in a guest bedroom, and I went through the darkness past his bathroom. I heard him peeing and the door was slightly opened, so I was like a ninja and went past it fast so he wouldn't see me. I made some noise as I was going toward his bedroom and I was worried he heard me. I was pondering what I should do to scare him when I heard the toilet flush and the bathroom door open and close. The rest of the house is pitch black when he turns off the bathroom light. As Q gets into his room, I am laying on his bed in the darkness. He closes his door and walks towards his bed. Q is almost to me when I say to him, "Did you wash your hands?" Q jumped so much and he screamed and turned around to turn on the light. I ran past him and bailed. Q didn't follow when I left the area, I think. Oh yeah, one more important thing. This happened an hour ago.